Hey guys, I'm Daisho, and I'm here playing some Magic Duels with Planeswalkers today. And I'm going to be doing Pack Instinct. I always liked Pack Instinct, even from the other game when it was Apex Predators, and it was nowhere near as good. But I think this deck is actually pretty decent. It's got some like giant creatures that are cheaper than they should be. And that's really what you need to do well, right? I think the next game will probably have that 3/3 for green-green. So that'll replace Garrick's companion, and I think that's probably better than a 3/2 trample. Just the extra toughness for 1 mana is pretty decent. But now that I've managed to stall and wait until an opponent comes into the game, let's get started. Alright, so we only got 1 land. Obviously we gotta draw a new one, but if you were to keep a 2 or a 1-lander, this would be it. It's got 2 2-drops, a ramp spell, and a spell that can be played for 3 mana and eventually win you the game. But we'll get a new one and hopefully it'll be better. Alright, so this hand kind of is bad because it doesn't do anything that this deck wants to do, but I'm going to keep it because it's got lands and spells. So I've got a Prey Upon, and then I've got a Prey Upon Bro. Oh man, Leatherback Baloth, that is a sick draw. It's just a 3 mana 4/5. And I do have to be careful between the interaction of Lightning Greaves and something like Prey Upon, because I cannot target my own creature if it has Shroud. I can target it if it's got Hexproof, but not if it has Shroud. So my opponent Evolving Wilds for a Swamp, and then played another Swamp, so that confuses me. But right now I'm just going to attack. Probably should have just played the Greaves and equipped, because there's no real reason not to. Yeah, anyway, next turn I'm going to be able to, since this thing gives haste and shroud for 0 mana, I'm going to be able to toss that onto my Leatherback Baloth next turn, my 4/5, and just beat him for 4. So that's going to be sick. This guy automatically destroys something, so I won't be able to play him unless I can destroy something. Deals 1 damage to a creature. Not a big deal. I'm going to be able to kill that pretty easily, but for now it means that I have to leave, or I mean I'm going to move the Greaves back over at the end of the turn. So next turn I can probably kill that thing with a Prey Upon if I need to. But yeah, this thing can kill my creatures basically. And since it's got Summoning Sickness, I'm okay with moving the Greaves over to attack for a turn. And then next turn I can just use Prey Upon, targeting my Leatherback Baloth and this thing, this Blood Cultist, and then move the Greaves over to my Leatherback Baloth. So that should be okay. Alright, so he's got 4 mana up, which is a little bit worrisome. Because if he has like a Wrecking Ball or something like that, then he can just straight up kill my guy. Yeah. So I'm not really sure. Although I will still get the value out of it, because then I can just activate this ability in response. And I don't really need, yeah, okay, I think I'm still gonna do it. If he doesn't have the removal spell, I'm in great shape. If he does, then I'm not in terrible shape, because I can activate, yeah, okay. So now I can activate this guy to fight him. So I still get the fight off, but I do get 2 for 1, but it's not that big of a deal, and I think that it was worth it. Just because otherwise I would have lost my Ulvenwald tracker for nothing, and now I'll be able to have the Ulvenwald tracker. Though I'm not really sure, because he's got stuff like Demigod of Revenge, so I'm not sure how good Ulvenwald tracker is, although, I mean, I guess if I need to, I can fight. No, that's not great. Alright, let's see what we can draw here. Hopefully something useful. So now I'm down to 15, but I should be... Ooh, Primordial Hydra. Maybe I should play that instead of the Leatherback Baloth. I lose 2 damage this turn, but I think it's better for me in the long run. Like next turn it'll be better, since I'll be swinging in with an extra 4/4. I just want to get this thing out on the table as soon as possible. So I think I'm actually just going to leave the Greaves on the Primordial Hydra for now, and we'll see how this works. So we're definitely in a racing situation here, and if he's got another Demigod of Revenge, then he's probably going to win that race, but we'll see. Stabbing Pain. -1/-1. So he's going to get to kill my 1/1, which kind of sucks. Does this do a lot of damage to me? Ugh. I take damage equal to converted mana cost. That's really bad. It's a lot of damage. I just had a whole bunch of giant spells. And this thing has haste, so now I'm just dead next turn. Unless... yeah, I don't really think that there's anything I can do. Because he killed my stupid tracker. If he hadn't killed the tracker, then I could have just played the Bailoff and fought. But, oh man, that was just like, he hit me for what, 12 damage last turn? That's rough. That sucks. Okay, so I was actually just obviously one turn away from being able to win, because I can just move the Greaves over and hit him for 8 here, and then this thing would have become an 8/8 next turn. And I guess he could have chump blocked it, but I don't know. Maybe I could have done something. But yeah, that really sucks. He just turned that game around really quickly. I knew once he played the Demigod of Revenge that I could have been in trouble, but the fact that he had really the Wrecking Ball here, I mean, I predicted that he could have had that, but I chose to play around it. Attacking with just that, I guess it makes sense, because I don't think that there's any instance in this deck that could have stopped him. But he probably should have just attacked with both to be safe, I guess. Oh, maybe he's being safe by holding one back. I don't know. But if he wants to play again, I'll definitely play again. Alright, he's gonna head out. But either way, that was definitely a pretty close game. And well played on his part to make it close. So nice job, Zion. I think that was his name. I'm not really sure. Either way, now we just have to sit here and do exactly what this box says. Waiting. ... But yeah, anyway, sorry for not posting as much duels as I thought I would, I guess. I thought I would be posting one exactly every day. What I really should do is just record at the beginning of the week on like a Sunday for a couple hours, and then I'll have videos all week, but I never get around to doing that. And during the week I have work, and whenever I want to just relax, or like sometimes I just want to relax and I don't feel like commentating, so I don't get videos out as often as I would hope. But, I mean, I still try and do videos whenever I can, and that's why I'm doing one right now. So, yeah, there's that. Pack Instinct is just, I don't know, it's fun to play giant creatures. Lightning Greaves is such a good card when you get to draw it. I was, like, trying to find cards that I can actually take out, and then I looked at Lightning Greaves, and I'm like, no, I cannot take this card out. I'm not sure. I'm definitely not sure if I have the optimal build. When I'm making these decks, I'm not like thinking about specific situations. It's kind of just like, well, this card's good. Well, this card's not great. Man, he just joined in and then he bounced? That's annoying. He didn't even ready up. What a sad situation. And I have to wait for another guy, and I have to fill another 45-second period. Oh my god, thank you, Gamora. You are such a bro for joining in this quickly and readying up right away. Right away. Right away? There you go. Okay. So I just had to let out that sigh of anger. So I'm going to draw a new hand. I've got 5 lands, Primal Crux, Primal Bellow, Primal Tribal, but not really going to do enough. This hand is okay. Not great, though. Sentinel Spider is okay. I think he's more of like a necessity in this deck, him and the Stomp Howler, because sometimes you just lose to enchantments or artifacts, and then these guys, or flyers or something like that, and these guys help you not straight up lose. Guess it doesn't really matter. I should probably play Nature's Lore first, though. Just to thin the deck out at least. Or maybe I should have played Lightning Greaves. That way, in case next turn, yeah, I should have played, oh no, never mind, because next turn if I draw a 2-drop, then I can still play Lightning Greaves on a 2-drop. So he's playing red stuff, so that means that Lightning Greaves should be really good against him. Maybe, I guess, maybe not. So, I guess I want to just lay the Greaves first. That way I can protect my master for sure, or I guess not even for sure, because if he plays a burn spell on it in response to the equip, then that would make me a sad Izdaisho panda. Alright, looks like he's got a spell to play here, because he's not just passing the turn right away, he's just deciding whether or not he wants to keep open mana to hit the creature at instant speed. So if he doesn't play a spell here, then I'm going to be playing my Sentinel Spider, because I care more about the Master. But if he does play a spell like Chandra's Phoenix, well, I mean, maybe I do just want to play the Sentinel Spider anyway, to blank his Phoenix. It's probably what I should be doing. But, actually, no, yeah, I don't think I want to fight it, because he can just get it back pretty easily. Then again, if he's spending his turns getting this, or casting this thing, then I'm not that unhappy. And he's unlikely to have any other spells to deal with. So I am just going to Prey Upon here. It'll save me at least 2 life here, and probably not much more than that. But if he's, I don't know, maybe that was dumb, but I just don't think that I'll have much more of an opportunity to use that Prey Upon, is basically my point. I don't know if it's right, I don't know if it's wrong, I don't know if it's neither. So I'm going to get at least 1 2/2 out of this. I'm not sure if I should pass along the Greaves next turn to my Sentinel Spider. If I do that, then it leaves my Master open on his turn to burn, but I do get in for some extra damage. But maybe it just makes more sense to keep pumping out wolf tokens. Not exactly sure. He might have something like Flame Break. Doesn't look like he does because he's not casting it, but I don't know. I guess I'm probably... Okay, so he does have Flame Break. Don't know why he wouldn't just cast that to begin with. But yeah, he gets the Phoenix back, but I do have the Sentinel Spider, and soon it's going to have Lightning Greaves on it. Alright, so this is going to be awkward, because if he does play something that I want to Prey Upon, then I won't be able to, because again, I have the Greaves with Prey Upon combo going on. But either way, Haste, Vigilance, 4/4, it's pretty good. Shroud is pretty good against his deck. Not much he can do other than, like, whatever that thing is that does, like, Earthquake. Yeah, he can play an Earthquake, now that he's got that land. He's got a Firewing Phoenix, that is actually just really good too. Interesting. Maybe I'll draw something big, like a Vorapede. That's awesome. It's actually really awesome, because I can do this, undie, give it haste, and kill him. Wow. That is actually insane. Like, there is definitely no card that I could have drawn that would have been better than that. Why? GG. Boom. Got there. Wow. That was sick. That was just absurd. So yeah, I guess that's what this deck can do when it draws Lightning Greaves and is awesome, as opposed to the other game where I drew Lightning Greaves and it was terrible because I just had to do stupid things like not play my Indrik Stomp Howlers. Let's start this game. Alright, this will probably be the last one for this sesh. I don't like this hand, but I think I'm going to keep it, because I have 4 lands, which is pretty nice. That's kind of what I want for this deck. He switched up decks. Don't know what he's playing. Alright, so Primordial Hydra is pretty sick. I don't have the Greaves anymore, so it's not like an assured kill. But I'll probably play it turn 3. What does this do? It just doubles counters. Okay. Good. Alright, well I've got Prey Upon for that. But if it did something like adds counters equal to the power, then I would be in much better shape, because I could Primal Bellow it at my upkeep in response to the trigger, and then it would gain double counters. But since it doubles the amount of counters, the power doesn't really matter. So +1/+1 for each forest wouldn't affect it. So now I think my opponent is playing Crosswinds. Since I drew the 2-drop, and it doesn't really matter if I play this on turn 3 or turn 4, I'm just going to Prey Upon these 2 and see if he wants to cancel it or something like that. Maybe I should have played the Companion first, but the point is I don't want my Primordial Hydra to get canceled, so I would rather him cancel something like this. And I was considering doing it before, but now that I drew the Garruk's Companion, I am for sure happy to do this, because I can still use my mana fully. So, and that's just always a huge advantage, because it means that I can play more spells than my opponent. And if at the end of the game my opponent has extra cards at hand that he wasn't able to cast, then that basically just means that I had more cards at my disposal than my opponent did at any given time. So he's just going to play a sleight of hand here, try and look deeper into his deck, find a card that'll help him out of this situation, where, I mean, he's got this Fog Bank to block, but I do have 2 Garruk's Companions. So I've got 4 mana, and I don't need the Primordial Hydra to win me the game. It'll be useful if it lands, and it'll win the game in a few turns, but he does have bounce spells and stuff like that, so it's not a necessity to be playing that in my, or to have that card resolved. So I am going to play it here, even though he has 3 open mana, and there's a good chance that he's got something like a cancel, especially after playing a sleight of hand last turn. But then again, he doesn't have that many counter spells in his deck. I think he's got some cancels and maybe some mana leaks. I can't really remember if the distribution of the counter spells between this deck and the Dream Puppets deck. But either way, I did get to hit him for 4 there. He's going to play a Followed Footsteps, which is unfortunate that I don't still have that Prey Upon, and he's going to do it on my Garruk's Companion. So, what can I do? That's definitely not great for me. Drawing the land is very clutch there. I'm going to be able to play my Vorapede next turn, which should be pretty sick, and hopefully I'll be able to just like kill him. I don't know if I will, but I mean, he is gonna get those more Garruk Companions every turn. He could make a mistake and block this one, but it seems like he's a better player than that. So I'm hoping he... Okay, he's playing an Azure Mage and nothing else. So he's got 1 card in hand and 4 mana up, so it could be a little bit risky to play this Primal Bellow, but I don't think I have any other options. I really need to end this game before he gets an unlimited force of Garruk's Companions, and I need to do some combat math here. But alright, so that's 1 damage getting through. This will probably be 2. Or, so that's 4 damage getting through, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I do have enough to kill him if he doesn't bounce my creature. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the Primal Bellow on this thing, so even if he does bounce my creature, then he loses the Followed Footsteps, and that puts him in a terrible position. So I'm kind of using the fact that he put the enchantment on my creature to my advantage. So he's just going to draw a card with Azure Mage, and that's going to be the game, because there's nothing that he can draw to affect the board for 0 mana. So that was definitely an interesting game. I really had the upper hand from the beginning. I think that the matchup was a little bit in my favor. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed these videos, and you should all have a wonderful day. Bye.